Okay, about 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. When I don't know, I've yeah, I've been banned from Facebook. Let me explain how this actually happened. It's a 30-day thing. Normally you're banned just from posting or something like that. Outright, I can go in, I can access my account, and I cannot send friend requests. I can't even message people, write anything, do anything like it. When this is so close to Christmas, obviously I've got family overseas, and yeah, can't do anything. But it is bullshit. Let me explain exactly what I did. I pretty much posted a picture of two girls. Both my ad was wearing clothes. Carby, well, Carby and Naga. Carby girl, Naga girl. Which do you prefer? One Naga girl, two Carby girl. I picked the Carby over Naga. I don't have any problem with Naga people, Naga girls at all. Anyway, someone reported nudity. I have an idea who it was. Can't prove it, and I won't be pointing the finger as it is directly because lack of evidence. I don't have any proof. But if it is what I think it is, he good chance he might have messed with people, get people to report it as well. Now let's explain if it is the person how this came about. He posted a picture of two pictures of dicks and asking, one was a question, what would I do if this guy put his dick right through my letterbox, what would I do? Another one was like, what would I do if he came into my house with his dick out like that. Well, obviously those two pictures got reported to Facebook. I didn't like it. This is the only evidence I have to suggest that it might have been this guy. Like I said, I can't go ahead and start shooting my guns properly because obviously I don't have this proof. Well, this could be in retaliation that this picture got reported and may have had people. There's a possibility it might have been classed as hate speech, even though people are saying there's nothing wrong with it. They don't see anything wrong with it. There's no hate speech, right? Facebook are run by people who are given scripts who don't speak English, and maybe there might have mistakes, or maybe the people who reporting it and following on this guy's lead, if this is the case, he might have put them into believing that Naga was misspelled as meant to spell nigger, Niga. Well, here's my good argument. Before you fucking go ahead and report something, if you report, number one, you don't report something for nudity when there's no nudity. Now I understand what some of the Facebook team are are Islamic, and in Islam they don't believe in women showing their faces. Some Islamic people, not all, are a lot of Islamic people who don't actually have a problem with this, but there are a lot of Islamic people who believe the women should be fully covered up because they're superior to the male. This is not true. We're all equal. Well, you know, so it's about what is, eh? Now, let's say yes, you might have had an argument if you reported it for hate speech and racism, even though it wasn't. Well, let's say you did do it that way, which would be more understandable than the nudity in every post I've had reported. This is actually the first picture I've ever had reported that's been posted on my timeline for nudity. I've had actually writing report as nudity that didn't have any nudity words to them. Right, idiots, and they seem to report something was right down nudity. Well, let's take a deep look into this. Before you report something to someone, you should always make sure you put it under the right circumstances. Now, let's say you got reported because you thought it was racist. A simple fucking Google search of the word Naga would have brought you to pages, including Wikipedia, confirming Naga or Naga people, Nagas, are from the state of Nagaland, far northeast of India, who they they look Chinese, Japanese, that sort of them looks. They don't look like the typical average everyday Indian that most people are actually used to. They look very different to you. Now, Nagaland are hoping, some people in Nagaland are hoping to break away from India. Obviously on the personal reason. But I really want to talk about the fucked up thing here of being banned for breaking Facebook community standards. What is Facebook community fucking standards? Please tell me this. Because what you've done here, Facebook, is that you've racially discriminated against two races, Nagas and Karbis. You discriminate against them both and have punished me. Now, it's like, for example, someone puts a black woman and a white woman and says, do you prefer blacks or whites? Now, most people look at the picture, as you would do. You look at the picture and go off the picture. Now, if I pick the white person, doesn't mean we're racist. That's not saying that I hate blacks. That's saying I prefer that white person over that black person. Now, in general, I can't say. Because, for example, I can go in a bar, two girls could look at me, the one could be black, whatever could be white. Now, that white girl could be a 50-year-old really fat woman, and hell, she ain't coming back home with me. She's staying where she is. If the black girl's young and got a good body, and a white person's in her 50s and fat, I'm taking the black girl home. If if we're all single and they're both looking at me. That's how where people go, and it's like asking, would you rather take a man home or a woman home? I'm gonna say woman. That doesn't make me homophobic. Doesn't mean I hate gays because I didn't take the gay guy home. It means I'm not comfortable with putting anything into a man's body, or a man putting anything into my body. I have no problem with gays. What they choose to do in their own living space, in their own bedrooms, is entirely up to them. I'm not gonna stop them. Not gonna go and, hey, you can't do that. It's not my place, not my rights. No matter what my religion is, it's not my place to try and dictate how people live their lives. But it seems that I've been discriminated against so many times before. Numerous times I've had to show fucking ID. This Facebook policy having used your real name, I'm against that for good reasons. One, I had an internet identity as Violet J Man for years, until Facebook decided that they didn't like me having that name, and I had to use my real fucking name. I mean, a lot of Native Americans have been discriminated against because obviously their names ain't real, according to Facebook. Oh yeah, Facebook will happily have its headquarters in the United States of America, where these Native Americans originate from, the originals, Aborigines of the United States. But they can't use their fucking real names. It's bullshit. But it's no reason. Some people use fake names on Facebook for many different reasons. Some, it's because some of the drag queens, some drag queens are gay, some drag queens happen to be straight, and it's something they're good at, and it's something they enjoy, and they feel comfortable, even though these drag queens, obviously in real life, are men. They may have wives, and they go on Facebook and they probably have two accounts. One, their personal account, who they are in real life, and that will probably be the drag queen. But Facebook put down, these drag queens can't use their stage name, they have to use a real name, which brings them to discrimination, to get bullied in the hometown and all that, because they gotta use the real names. Also, witness protection. Facebook, if you hear that, for example, let's say, for example, I helped the US government capture all these wanted ISIS members, and the other guys who were not wanted, the little guys, found out who my name was. So I put a fake name on Facebook. They didn't know what I looked like, but they knew my name. But I used a fake name on Facebook, so they couldn't find me. By you forcing me to use my real name, you literally are putting my name, my life in danger from doing this. So you need to think 2 seconds ahead of this real name policy. Have a good proper think about it, because when you make certain people use the real names rather than a fake name, you can actually be putting people's lives in danger. Trouble. Some guy's called John Smith, and he decided to put his username as Paul Jones. Okay, maybe bad example because the two popular names. Let's say some guy's called Derek Michaels, right? It's good law about it, so unfortunately there are people after him because maybe he witnessed a murder. So this Derek Michaels goes on Facebook and he calls himself Jacob Nico, for example. Well, Facebook decided they're gonna make him show ID, so he has to go back to his Michaels, Derek Michaels. I can't remember nothing. Goes back to his Derek Michaels, and then next thing you know, these people who have been sent after him or after him on the wrong accord, they find him. They find exactly where he's living. On the post to Facebook as an automatic. Sometimes it's automatic on Facebook where you put a post and it shows the location of where you've posted from. So let's say, for example, he posts from, I don't know, let's say Paris, France. So post that. They're gonna go after Paris, France, to hunt this guy down, causing a death, which has been caused by Facebook, because it could have been avoided if Facebook weren't so persistent on the real name thing. And it's also privacy. It's privacy. I mean, they shouldn't be allowed to ask for anybody's ID. They shouldn't be allowed to force people out to use the real names. Anyway, so it's Facebook. It's friends request. Facebook has this policy of adding people, only people you know. There are a lot of people in this world out who don't do well with real life. That means they find it hard to interact with in real life. It's hard for them. They can't do it. They're not very good at it. So they go to things like social media to make friends because it's easy. For some of us, we find it easy where if we've spoken to the person online first and then we meet them, it's not as difficult. I, for one, can't go out and randomly make friends on the streets. They approach me first. I approach them. I mean, if I'm in a shop and I'm a regular to a shop, I mean, I've made friends with people who work in shops a few times. That's because I'm buying. I have to communicate with them. I don't feel comfortable. But like going to a bar and going to actual person talk to them it's not so easy for me to start a conversation. Well, Facebook has, you know, you get punished for trying to have friends you don't know. Now they're doing a thing where they automatically delete your friends requests if they feel that you do not know them. Which, how the fuck do they know this? Do these cunts know for certain? Another thing that fucking annoys me is when I go down my timeline. Be a section, like a section of suggested friends to add. Why the fuck, Facebook, are you suggesting these people to me if you're going to automatically delete their friends request? Why the fuck are you suggesting them to me if you're going to put me into Facebook jail for attempting to add them? And I think Facebook's got a little bit better now, because it used to be you'd go there and you have a friends request and you click decline. Now it says, do you know this person? If you put no, that person would be punished. If you said yes, it would make you their friend anyway. There's hundreds of fucking people there's lots of fucking people that I know that I wouldn't consider friends. I wouldn't want them on my friends list. So if I click yes, I know them, that shouldn't automatically make me be their fucking friend. Actually, yes, I know this person, so they do know me, but we're not fucking friends, we just know each other. I don't like this person, I think it's a fucking cunt. But now Facebook doesn't see it that way, because, you know, this is how typical Facebook are. But personally, so close to Christmas time and not being able to do anything, I think Facebook has gone too fucking far this time. A lot of people are saying this, that they've gone too far. They've discriminated against two races. They've discriminated against myself. And everything. I mean, they've always come up to me all the time saying, we don't think that's your real name, blah blah blah. Here's the thing, here's the thing, Facebook. I only should have to show my fucking ID once. Fucking once. I shouldn't have to show it to you every fucking time. Especially when I'm using a fucking passport. For those who don't know, I won't be showing my passport because it's obviously privacy. When I showed Facebook my passport, I lay it down on the table and I hold it down, down with my middle finger like that, the page down with my middle finger like that. That was basically giving Facebook the fuck you salute, the middle finger salute, because that was an invasion of my privacy. These people who've done this, how do I not know that they're not in other countries using my identity to commit crimes? How do I not know if I, for example, go into America and I land in America and I get stopped at border control and I find out someone's been using my identity to go on a mass killing spree, and then I'm on death row because of some of this. I don't know this. For all I know, that could have happened. I've never been to America, but I could be a wanted person in America, where I could be on death row because they've used my identity, because they got all my passport details. Who knows, eh? But yeah, Facebook has gone too fucking far. One of my friends has started a community group post group thing on Facebook defending me and to make spread awareness of this bullshit. Now I can. It's probably going to get big eventually, because people are going to get with it and they're going to have friends. And I can imagine hacking groups, anonymous, probably going out and find out exactly the person who reported it, who put the picture that wasn't offensive in any way, shape, or form. And they would probably go out and find if that person had sent messages to other people, getting them to do the same, where Facebook would comply. Because it seems that sometimes if X amount of people report a picture or post on Facebook, Facebook automatically deletes it without actually looking into it. Meaning that the KKK could, if they wanted to, report every black person's picture on Facebook, every black person's account, and get them all banned. That's what it's pretty much saying. Facebook needs to properly look into that person, into the post that's been reported properly. Now, if this person's going around reporting things for no apparent reason, or just to be a fucking dick, then obviously Facebook should punish the reporters, known as report fags, because it's wasting their time. You know, Facebook are getting all these reports every day when they could be doing reports. And I've seen worse posts. I've seen really offensive posts get passed as okay. It's perfectly fine. On the personal page, I got bullied, pretty much being told I should be killed because of how I look. That wasn't against Facebook community standards. Yeah, wasn't against Facebook community standards. I should be killed. But mine was. Now, a lot of the Facebook team, people who do this, they're given trips and they're from countries like Morocco and a lot of these Islamic countries. And on my profile, it says my religion, Krishna, which is from Hindu religion. Now, we all know, for those who don't know, the religion that Muslims hate more than any other religion, even more than Jews and Christians, is Hindus. So this could be a religious discrimination against myself, which would ring a lot of alarm bells, a lot of confidence, and some of my fellow Hindu people, they could end up following suit with me, being discriminated against. And I'm just interested, if I had my Facebook down as being a Muslim, I want to know. I'm wondering how would I have been treated by these members of the Facebook team. Would I have been would these posts have been seen as okay and acceptable? I do wonder, and yeah, do leave your thoughts about this. Remember, Christmas Day, good chance I won't be with my family. I've got family who lives overseas. So, contact them could be a little bit harder. Just remember, Christmas Day, I might not be able to contact my family to wish them Merry Christmas. They can contact me, but I won't be able to contact them to wish them Merry Christmas. Remember that, Christmas Day, you will all be able to contact your family that lives overseas in the other country through Facebook to wish them nicely a Merry Christmas. I won't be able to do that. I have to rely on other over social media things like WhatsApp, and probably wish the ones who are actually on WhatsApp a Merry Christmas. But for the ones that are not, and who are just on Facebook, they probably won't get a Christmas greeting from me. Which yeah, it's fucking sad that Christmas Day, friends and family won't be able to get a Christmas greeting from myself, all because of Facebook. No, the banning from sending messages only recent. It was a few days ago. I got the post blocked, but decided I'd on there. Decided on there. Sending messages. This is close to Christmas. A time of celebrating, of the joy, of sharing happiness. No matter who you are in the world, what your colour, what your race, what your religion is, what your nationality is. Christmas is for everyone to get together and share happiness. Good chance on Christmas Day, I'm gonna be in my house, lying on my bed, hoping that some of my friends come onto WhatsApp, so I can talk to them. Hoping that some of they're probably watching YouTube videos, probably on Xbox Live or on PlayStation Plus, trying to play games with people. That will be my Christmas Day. Now, I enjoy doing those things, but I'll give the season greetings to people on Christmas Day. Remember that. Remember that when you're sitting there with your families this Christmas. There's people who don't have anyone. And remember, if you live in a different country to the rest of your family, or in a different country to some family members, remember when you send a message on Facebook or writing the war on Christmas Day, wishing them a Merry Christmas. Remember there's going to be people out there who can't do that because they've been unfairly post-blocked on Facebook for a crime, for posting an image that wasn't remotely offensive because someone didn't like it. No, just to put that there, the person I think reported it is not a Naga, is not a Karbi, isn't even Indian, isn't even from Asia, has no connections with them. This person's probably never heard of these races of these groups of people before. So it's someone who got upset and pointed the gun at me. Put in the post. That's if I'm correct. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to say this person's name, just in case I am wrong and it turns out it was someone different. But yeah. But for everyone who watches this, Christmas is about 6-7 days away. I don't know if I'm going to make a video before then, but if I don't, just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas. And if I don't make one before New Year, Happy New Year as well. And I hope you'll get what you wish for, the person you wanted. But most important, I hope you have happiness, your loved ones around you, peace, and hope you're safe. That's the most important thing than getting gifts. Cheer for watching. Kira.